Hello and welcome back to Fogo de Chão, Brazilian Churrascaria here at Dreamforce. Together with Marc LeCours from DocuSign. Marc, I'm not going to tarnish your reputation. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Marc LeCours. I run global customer services for DocuSign. I've been with the company about 9 years and run a lot of different functions, professional services, global learning and onboarding, and also our technical account management team and some specialist resources around our new intelligent agreement management platform.
Is this your first Dreamforce?
You know, it's not my first Dreamforce. I've probably been to, I think, 8 or 9 now.
Okay.
So I've seen a lot over the last decade, and it's great to see just how the Salesforce ecosystem and Salesforce itself has transformed and changed so much. It's been really exciting to see the innovation and change.
And you've been clients of Salesforce and Certinia for a while, so you've seen the evolution over the last few years, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think we've seen things change quite a bit. You know, if you go back a decade ago, it was Sales Cloud and Service Cloud and, Marketing Cloud. And now it's moved to obviously being a customer company and then, an entire platform. And now everybody's trying to figure out, how to incorporate AI, whether that's in automation or in more agentic fashions. So I think the innovation that we're seeing in the marketplace, it's changing the industry, but it's also changing how everybody works day to day.
Let's talk a little bit about what you're doing with the entire ecosystem. Tell me a little bit about DocuSign and how you're using all these tools and all these products.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've, as I mentioned, been with DocuSign about 9 years, and over the course of that, I've seen a ton of change at DocuSign. We started, when I joined the company, probably about 300 million, single product company, e-signature, right? We're known for that still. But what we've seen now is, we're a $3 billion company. We've got lots of different products around the globe. And really now with our intelligent agreement management platform, we're delivering much more complex solutions to our customers. It's really about automating that end-to-end agreement process. So I've seen a ton of change, and that's also changing how we're leveraging Certinia. So I can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I was going to say, so this intelligent agreement platform, tell me a little bit more about how you use it and what it means to you and DocuSign.
Yeah, it's interesting if you think about the e-signature piece. It was, hey, what kind of services are needed around, signing a document? It's really now about, well, what happens before the signature? What happens after the signature? How do you manage those agreements? Automating that end-to-end process. And that's really what our customers have needed. That's what our intelligent agreement management platform is all about. So with that more complex kind of end-to-end process automation, we've had to incorporate more services and resources and different roles into our organization. We've also had to have more offerings that have been able to provide services throughout the entire customer journey. So with that complexity, right, you have to be able to manage it to deliver the outcomes you want your customers. And that's, for us, that's where Certinia comes in. You have to have a robust platform to be able to manage the resources, the offerings, the needs of the customer, and do that correctly throughout the customer lifecycle.
So how do you get to Certinia? What was like the pain points or the problems that actually led you to say, we need a better solution, we need something different? And then let's look into it, and we got Certinia. What was that process like?
Yeah, I think we implemented back in 2017, and so I think it was one of those things where it's all about being able to be repeatable, consistent, and do that in a way that is delivering the outcomes you want with your customers. So making sure that we can deliver our revenue outcomes internally to DocuSign, but also making sure we get the right skills and the right people on projects and deliver those successfully. Help our employees, make their goals, stay utilized as well. So that is where, we just did not have that level of sophistication when I came in. And so Certinia is the leading choice, an easy choice to be able to do that. And now it's grown with us as our platform and our offerings have changed and evolved over time as well.
Can you give me, you mentioned people and resources and projects and customers. All this stuff changes over time, right? So how easy has it been to adapt to these changes? And like the core of the platform is adaptability. So how easy was this process for you?
Yeah, I think it's been great to be able to leverage the platform, Certinia, to be able to adapt over time. I think like anything, you have to make sure that you put in a little bit of the work to understand your own processes and the outcomes you want. But once you do that, the power and the flexibility of Certinia has really been excellent in being able to scale with our business.
Okay.
So it's been really great.
So sounds like it was very successful.
Very much so.
Some things you can share with us, like people going like, oh my God, I can't believe I used another product before, to like, hey, this really gave us new opportunities to build options and services we didn't have before.
Yeah.
Both of those things, some of that thing.
I think if I was to give you just kind of a stark contrast is, look, you start out in early days, you're doing things on spreadsheets, you're doing things on paper, and very quickly, like when you hit scale, you become a public company. You're operating in multiple geographic theaters. Look, that stuff's not going to hold up.
Yeah.
And so that's where the power and sophistication of being able to understand resourcing, demand, capacity, skills, lots of disparate information. That's where Certinia really helps us be able to execute.
Got it.
And now with AI and with some of the capabilities in the platform, anywhere where you have multiple kind of disparate data stores where you need that to make a decision and then take action, that's an opportunity for AI. And that's where what we're seeing is the opportunity to leverage Certinia to be able to execute. So we're excited about the future of Salesforce, AI, and what we can leverage with Certinia to be able to deliver better outcomes for our customers.
I'm so glad you mentioned AI, because that was going to be my next question, right? I mean, now that we're starting to see the change with agents and Agentforce and Agentforce 360 now and the agentic enterprise, what are your plans going forward to leverage all this into how you move DocuSign into the future?
Yeah, I think I can give you an example. I have one of the teams that I run is a technical account management. Their charter is really making sure that they are the keeper of the technical health of a customer, right? So we look at a lot of different information. We're looking at telemetry. We're looking at case data. We're looking at enhancements they've had. If there's, it happens, but unfortunately, hey, there have been any outages or things like that. What's impacting the customer, the technical health, right? And so with that, that's a lot of information. And it's hard for a human to kind of go surface all that, understand the patterns, and then look at, hey, what might be compressing the health, the value that DocuSign is delivering to our customers. And so if you can leverage AI to be able to surface all that and then create proactive recommendations, then our technical account managers are now spending more time working with customers, providing them proactive recommendations, helping them adopt and use more, instead of sifting through data that by the time they get through it, the data's changed and it's really not valuable anymore. So those are some of the things, just a quick example of what we're doing with AI and Certinia.
You're going to be using AI to accelerate the adaptability that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, be more proactive, and then you've got decisions to make really around whether or not you do that with a kind of human touch at the end, or you do something fully automated. And so there's some decisions to be made, but definitely something that is something we can add more value.
So if I'm going to start down the path that you started 9 years ago, I know, after you tell me don't do it, but if I insist, give me like 2 or 3 talking points, something that I can bring with me to get started on the right path.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm omniscient, able to kind of give you the greatest advice, but I've seen enough.
Your experience works, man. I mean, seriously, you've done it. I didn't, so tell me.
So I think the things to look at is I think you put the customer at the center of everything you do, and I think if you do that, that tends to provide a great guide. So if you think about our transformation, our customers were looking for us to do more than just automate and certify the signature. Hey, what about all this information upstream? How can I get that and have that pre-filled into the document? How can I run a process for collaboration and redlining and things like that? Hey, now that we have these contracts and we get them centralized, can I look at the information in them, understand them more, understand risk, understand leakage or opportunity, right? So in many senses, our customers, kind of dragged us to where they needed help.
Got it.
And so intelligent agreement management in the platform is really about that end-to-end agreement process. So put the customer at the center. I'm always a fan of trying to understand and make sure that you know kind of how to execute a certain process and then wrap technology and innovation around it. So those are my words of wisdom.
And that's the way it worked for you at DocuSign really well?
Yeah.
And the future is bright?
We think so. We're excited about it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah,
appreciate it. Thank you very much once again from Fogo de Chão here, and we'll get back to you.